There are moments in life when you feel as though you are walking through a fathomless night where every hope lies silent. Yet I tell you, there is no darkness thick enough to extinguish the light God has placed within your heart. Even the smallest ray still bears the power to resurrect an entire soul. And each time you rise from the place where you have fallen, the heavens blossom within your soul as if to affirm the light never goes out so long as you still believe. Today I, Saint Michael the Archangel, come to remind you that deep within your soul there burns an imperishable light, a sacred flame no trial can quench. You are not ashes, you are the dawn in the dim of night. Within you lies a treasury awaiting its awakening, a radiant inner beauty God engraved from the very beginning of creation. When you learn to behold yourself with the gaze of heaven, you will see that light remains intact, still pure, still waiting for you to step forth and shine. Beloved child, remember that every soul is kindled by the benevolent intention of the Creator. No one is born without meaning. The light within you may be veiled by suffering, but it has never been extinguished. When you pause to listen to the call within, you will sense the current of God's love flowing through your whole being. That light is not yours to keep but to shine for wandering hearts, for when you help another to see the light, the flame within you burns even brighter. I have seen many souls who thought themselves weak, yet when they dared to open themselves to faith, they glowed like sunrise after a stormy night. The resurrection of a soul is not some far-off miracle, it is the moment you decide to believe you are still worthy to begin again. In those very tears you are washed and renewed. In those very scars, your light is refined. And in those very collapses, heaven sings a triumphal hymn to your resilience. Michael speaks to you: do not be afraid of the road ahead, for the inward light within you never fades. It does not depend on praise or success, but on the way you choose to love and to trust. Every small act of prayer whispered, a kindness given, a hope held fast amid pain, is a spark noted in the heights of heaven. You are not counted by your failures, but by the times you dared to rise. And when you choose the light, all the heavens shift to uphold your steps. Now, O soul reclaiming your light, let me lead you into the journey of discovering the sacred essence God has placed within you. Each step is a resurrection. Each word I speak is heaven's invitation calling you back to the light that does not go out. For your very existence is a wonder, true beauty is beauty from within. Scars are crowns. You are chosen to bear the light, and your future brims with promise. Let us walk through each of these to see that the light within you truly has never gone out. Beloved, listen deeply. Between the heartbeat within, the breath soft as mist, there is a gentle echo of God whispering in you. You are alive, therefore I am still loving you. Hidden within what seems most ordinary, the miracle abides. Each time you open your eyes to the dawn, heaven rejoices because you are still here, still walking, still continuing the journey upon which the Creator has inscribed your name. Your existence is not an accident, it is a loving intention woven from light, so that in this world there remains a flame that bears your name and burns. Perhaps there were times you asked, why was I born, or does my life have meaning? Child, I, the Archangel Michael, want you to know that your very courage to ask proves your soul is thirsting for light. That is not doubt, but a voiceless prayer, a whisper sent to the highest. And God's answer is always tender. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Jeremiah 1:5. Which means that before you were even shaped, he beheld the best within you. Remember, every soul born is a sacred story. I have witnessed many who deemed themselves small become instruments of wonders. Like the Syrophoenician woman of old, she did not belong to the chosen people, yet her love and steadfast faith moved Jesus to say, "Woman, great is your faith," and in that very moment the miracle unfolded. Do you see a single beat of faith, a single ray of hope, and the heavens tremble? So, it is within you. If you only believe your life has worth, the door of the miraculous swings open. My child, at times this world can make you feel small, but look around. Tiny flowers still bloom amid tempests, raindrops still nourish the earth after drought. So too with you, each day you live you add a hue to the great canvas of the Creator. You need not be perfect, you need not be brilliant, you need only to be present with gratitude, and heaven already sings for that. Every breath you take is a hidden hymn resounding through the universe. I want you to see yourself with God's eyes, gentle, merciful, and full of light. Do not compare yourself with anyone, for God creates no two souls alike. You are unrepeatable. He does not require you to be worthy to be loved, for your very existence is enough for His love to flow to you. Your presence brings forth something that, if missing, would leave the world incomplete. I have seen many souls awaken in the instant they realized, I am still loved though I have done nothing to deserve it. When you learn to cherish yourself, the light within you begins to spread outward, touching other hearts that are searching for hope. Then in each smile, each word of forgiveness, each step taken in trust, the miracle within you becomes more vividly alive than ever. The Archangel Michael stands beside you, not that you should fight alone, but to remind you that you have never been forgotten. I see within you a quiet halo, brighter than you think, deeper than you imagine, more enduring than the harshest winds of trial. Each time you choose love over resentment, patience over fear, that light grows a little more. Heaven rejoices when you walk in faith. And when you come to honor this very life as a gift, you will discover that the miraculous is not a once-in-a-lifetime event. It is unfolding every moment, in your breath, in your gaze, in every destined encounter. You are that miracle blossoming in the midst of the everyday. And when your soul begins to perceive the wonder within itself, when that light is stirred and floods every corner of the heart, you will begin to behold the world with another kind of beauty, not the kind that comes from appearance or achievement, but from the depths where the inner light gleams like the first morning. Beloved, as the light within you awakens, I see your soul radiate another kind of beauty, not the kind the fleshly eye beholds, but the vision of the Spirit. This beauty does not fade with the years, is not measured by the world's standards, and does not depend on outward brightness. It rises from the deepest place where your heart touches the love of God and lets that love flow through you like a clear spring. There you truly shine, for you are reflecting the light of the Creator. I, the Archangel Michael, say this to you: every soul is born carrying its own lamp. Some lamps blaze like the sun, others glow gently like a new moon, yet all illumine a portion of the world that no one else can replace. True beauty is not in how bright the lamp appears, but in whether its light brings warmth. When your heart is filled with compassion, that light turns tender and healing. When you choose to forgive, it kindles like holy fire, warming the souls who have lost their way. Know this: God does not look at you from the outside, but gazes into the depths of your heart. As Scripture says, man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. 1 Samuel 1:6-7. This is not merely a reminder, it is an invitation. You are invited to hold a mirror to your soul and recognize that every good you seek has already been planted within. No stain is strong enough to dim that true light, for light born of love cannot be put out. Let me tell you a small story. Long ago, in a little village of Galilee, there was a woman despised for her lonely, quiet life. Each day she went to the well at dusk to avoid the eyes of others, yet there at the well she met Jesus. He looked into her heart without judgment, without reproach, and simply said, "If you knew the gift of God, you would have asked for living water." In that moment, she knew she no longer needed to hide for hard. He had seen the beauty within her, the beauty of a heart longing to love, to live truthfully, to begin anew. From then on she returned to the village and became the first to proclaim the good news. Do you see, true beauty is not in reputation but in the capacity to love and to be transformed. So it is with you. Within you are parts that seem withered, yet when watered with faith and gratitude they will bloom again. I see those petals in you even if you do not. Every small act of kindness, every honest prayer, every smile you offer to another is a fragrance rising from that radiant soul. True beauty needs no adornment. It is as natural as dawn, when the mere appearing of the sun is enough to rouse the world from sleep. I know the world measures you by appearances, by success, by praise. But God does not count as people count. He sees you when you endure in silence, when you choose quiet to keep the peace, when you continue to believe with nothing left to cling to. In those very moments your soul becomes most beautiful in His eyes, for you are living as light even if no one sees. Child, do not let the judgments of others dim the light within you. Do not let the world's mirror make you forget that God traced your face with light. I see those lines, gentle, strong, courageous, and holy. Though you stumble, though tears may fall, nothing can fade that beauty, for it does not belong to the flesh, it belongs to the soul. And when you choose to live by the light within, everything around you begins to change. The light in you will illumine other hearts like a single candle, kindling brightness throughout a dark room. I, Michael the Archangel, am here beside you, a mirror by which you may see yourself more truly. I behold your loveliness even in your tender moments of weakness, for it is within weakness that love finds room to grow. When you let the inner light lead, you are saying to God, I trust what you have sown in me. And that trust will raise your whole soul to life. My dear one, let that inner light become your sacred garment. Seek not beauty where others can see it, but where God recognizes you. For when you live by love, by kindness, and by faith, you allow heaven to be reflected through your very being. Then you are not only one who is illumined, you become light. One day, walking in that light, you will realize that even the wounds and memories that once drew tears carry a different kind of radiance, a beauty forged from courage and the countless times you rose from ruin. They are no longer marks of the past, but a crown upon your soul. And so you will understand scars do not steal your beauty. They make it more holy than ever. There are moments when you look back on your path, and your heart sinks. Memories, pains, the times you fell still seem etched as if they will never fade. But child of light, I, Michael the Archangel, say this to you: do not fear the scars upon your soul. They are not proof of weakness, but seal of courage. Not one wound has made you less. They witness that you have loved, have stood up, have overcome. For this reason those scars are a crown heaven sets upon your head, not wrought of gold but cast from light and fidelity. Beloved child, do not erase the past, for within it lies the seed of grace. God does not demand that you never fall. He asks only that you be brave enough to rise. Each time you master fear, an angel engraves your name upon the pages of heaven's light. When you endure quietly and keep faith, all of heaven rejoices, for your soul has been tested and shines. Like silver in the fire, it is the flame of trial that reveals a pure brightness. I want to tell you a story. Long ago, on the way to the temple, a limping woman carried a cracked porcelain jar. All mocked her, saying she had nothing worthy to offer God. Yet she kept walking slowly and in pain, and when she arrived, sunlight streamed through the fractures so that beams of light filled the holy place. Only then did they understand it was precisely the cracks that let the light shine forth. Do you see? Your scars are the same. They do not diminish your beauty, they make the light within you blaze more brightly. In Scripture, when the risen Christ appeared, he still bore the marks of the nails. He did not erase his wounds, for they are the testimony of perfect love. When he showed his hand to Thomas and said, "Put your hand into my side," do not be unbelieving but believe. John 20:27. He not only invited Thomas to trust in the resurrection, but taught all humanity that true beauty is not the absence of hurt but the courage to love, though it may cost you pain. So it is with you. The scars upon your heart are not to be hidden, but are the very places where God's light shines through, turning injury into witness of faith. I, Michael the Archangel, have seen many souls who thought they had lost everything. They wept in silence, believing God had turned away. But not one of your tears falls unnoticed by heaven. Each drop is a pearl kept in his hand. And one day, looking back, you will see where there was once a wound, there now stands a doorway for light to enter. This is how God works wonders, not by erasing pain but by making it holy. Do not fear the cracks within your heart, for through them the light can pass. True strength is not that you have never suffered, but that you dare to love again after suffering. When you forgive, you return victory to the light. When you choose peace over bitterness, you place upon your head the crown of healed souls. And I, Michael, will always stand beside you, guarding the flame within so it never goes out. My beloved, look upon your journey not with sorrow but with gratitude. Every scar is a line written in light, telling how brave you have been. Let them remind you that you are not alone. If you fell, I was there to lift you. If you lost your way, I spread my wings to shelter you. And if you despaired, it was within that very despair that your light rose again. When you touch your scars and find they no longer hurt, that is when your soul has stepped into a new measure of light, mature, gentle, steadfast. From here you will no longer keep the light only for yourself. You will become a source for those who carry wounds like the ones you once carried, so do not be ashamed of what you have endured. Let your scars stand as testimony to love, to faith, and to the triumph of the light within you. And then when your soul has learned to turn sorrow into light, you will grasp more deeply what it means to be called and chosen. It is no accident that you are still here. A summons is sounding in your heart, the call of God that you were born not merely to exist but to bear light. A candle once kindled is meant to share its flame. On some early morning, while dew still rests upon the earth, you will suddenly sense a different rhythm in your heart, lighter, deeper, as though all of heaven were whispering something. That is the hour when your future begins to bloom. Beloved child, nothing that has passed, tear or joy, has been in vain. They have become seeds sown deep within your soul, and now God is watering them with the light of hope. You may not yet see it all, but I, Michael, the Archangel, see it clearly. A season of resurrection draws near. Do not fear the days yet to come, for in what you do not yet know God is preparing wonders you have never dared to dream. He did not fashion the future to make you afraid, but so that you might step into it in faith. Every door that closes is not an ending but a turning toward a way that only light can lead you through, when you dare to trust that God's design is greater than your worry. That is the moment your soul is set free. Do you remember how Abraham set out not knowing where he was going? He carried only a promise, and that very promise led him into a land overflowing with blessing. So it is with you. You need not see the whole road. Faith alone will open the path. I have watched many souls lifted by a single humble step of trust. You do not need to know everything, you only need to know that He walks with you. And if you keep that light in your heart, no matter how the future twists and turns, you will arrive in peace. Child, your present may still bear unfinished threads, your wounds may not yet be healed, but do not think for a moment that God has forgotten. He is writing the next chapter of your story with the very things that seemed broken beyond repair. New chapters rarely begin with trumpets of triumph, but with the gentle breath of grace. I see it, the light spreading within you like morning undoing the night, and I tell you truly nothing lost can compare with what is coming. When you believe, even the smallest things become signs of blessing. A whispered prayer, an embrace, a forgiveness, all of these sketch a bright edge around your future. Do not imagine your deeds are meaningless. Every act of love is a golden thread God is using to weave the tapestry of tomorrow. There will be parts you do not understand and spaces that leave you puzzled, but when you look back you will see how everything fit together with a holy wisdom. And when the wind of grace begins to blow, you will recognize that what you thought was an ending is only the beginning of something better. For God never closes the door of a heart without opening a wider sky. For I know well the plans I have for you, plans of peace and not of disaster, to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 2:9-11. Do you see? That promise has never expired. It is being written across your path even now. I, Michael, want you to know that the future is not beyond His hand. It is being woven through every decision, every prayer, every moment you choose love over fear. Nothing you do in the light is ever in vain. Each step you take in trust is an answer that rises to the heavens. And when you grow weary, I will be there to lift you, to remind you, look up, the dawn is coming. Your future, bright-souled one, is not a dim road but a song being composed by the hand of God. He does not promise you will never see a storm, but He does promise you will never be left alone in it. On the windiest days I will spread my wings to shield the light within you from fading, for that very light is the hope of many. Believe, my child, your tomorrow is not written in fear but in light. Tomorrow is not for you to worry over but for you to walk into with trust. Tomorrow is not a place you must enter perfected but a place where you are loved even while unfinished. For God does not see you as a rough draft. He sees you as a work being perfected in His light. And when this journey rests in a holy hush, you will understand that every step, every tear, every laugh, every prayer have together composed a single story, the tale of a light that did not go out. The light God placed in your heart, the light that I, the Archangel Michael, have guarded along the way so that now it might illumine the road for others. Therefore, beloved, keep going, even one step a day. Trust that ahead lies the dawn of promises, the season when what you have prayed for begins to bloom. The future is not a thing to fear, it is the gift God is unfolding layer by layer, ray by ray, wonder by wonder. And there, in that radiance, I will still be beside you, smiling, whispering. You have passed through the long night and now you are stepping into the light. Beloved of the light, now that the journey has come to a quiet pause and my words have reached the depths within you, I want you to linger, not to end but to listen as your own soul sings. Do you hear it? In the rhythm of your heart there is a resonance of heaven, in your breath a movement of love. And in your eyes, I see the reflection of God, the one who chose you, kept you, and even now calls your name with unending grace. Child, this world will sometimes make you forget that you are light. It presses with noise and worry and images that look strong yet hollow. But I, the Archangel Michael, remind you, you were not born to fear, but to shine. You were not sent to dissolve into the dark but to radiate within it. Even a small lamp in a shadowed room is enough to make the heavens rejoice, because that light is God's light in you. Live each day as a thanksgiving. When you wake, remember, you are given yet another chance to love, to trust, to forgive, to spread goodness. When you face hardship, do not ask why, but what can I learn here? And when you meet someone in need of light, smile, for I will be with you in every glance, every touch, every word. God does not require your perfection to make you His instrument, He asks only your readiness. Know this: every time you choose love over fear, I lift your wings. Every time you choose forgiveness over a closed heart, I rejoice with you. And every time you choose to believe even when everything around you seems to fall apart, I will stand in the storm and say, you are not alone. For your light and mine flow from a single source, the source of eternal love. Child, I invite you to walk in that light. Not as one who blindly chases miracles, but as one who knows that miracles live in every moment. Step forward with an open heart, for you carry the light of resurrection into the world. Do not worry if you feel small. In God's hands smallness becomes strength. And as you spread goodness, I promise you all heaven will sing with every step you take. I, Michael, bless you. May your eyes find light, even in the night. May your heart remain gentle, even when the world grows cold. May the faith within you not fade, no matter how long the storm may last. And may your soul always remember, you do not merely carry the light, you are the light. My child, go now and carry this light into every corner of your life. Speak gently where others speak harshly. Sow hope where others sow fear. Be the one who rekindles faith in hearts that thought it gone. Each thing you do in love is a candle lit for this world. And when you are tired, when you feel your light growing thin, close your eyes and call my name. I will come like a cool wind over the desert, like a bell sounding in the still night, like an unseen hand upon your shoulder saying, you are still loved, still chosen, still guided. Keep believing, radiant soul, for the future unfolds like dawn. Believe, for the light in you never goes out. Believe, for I will always be here within the light of God among the stars, in every beat of your prayer whispering, you are the miracle, you are the light, and you are the promise fulfilled. Thank you for listening. Subscribe and turn on notifications to journey with the Archangel Michael and share God's light each day.